Welcome to Unitours. Thank you for your interest in our popular Catholic Italy pilgrimage. We hope this video overview engages you to plan or join a future Italy pilgrimage with us. On day one, we depart the USA with a flight aboard a wide-bodied jet. We enjoy in-flight movies, dinner, and a breakfast while aloft. On day two, we arrive in Rome in the morning, where we are greeted by our Unitours tour manager as we board our coach bus that takes us to the center of Rome. We enjoy a brief walking tour of the Roman Fora, the Arch of Constantine, and the Flavian Amphitheater, more commonly known as the Colosseum. We conclude our day at one of the catacombs, the burial place of early Christians. We celebrate Mass here and view the 2nd and 3rd century fresco paintings. We conclude our day with our welcome dinner, a tradition on all our pilgrimages. Following dinner, we enjoy a restful night at our hotel. On the morning of day 3, we make our way to St. Peter's for an audience with the Pope if he is in residence. After lunch, we visit St. John Lateran and Holy Stairs. We proceed to St. Paul's outside the walls. This huge, imposing basilica, second only to St. Peter's and one of the largest churches in the Christian world, contains an unusual gallery of papal portraits, over 260 tablets portraying the popes of the past. On day 4, following morning Mass at St. Peter's, we spend the morning seeing the treasures of the Vatican Museum. We marvel at Michelangelo's restored frescoes in the Sistine Chapel. We continue to St. Peter's Basilica to view the Pietà. In the afternoon, we visit St. Mary Major, also known as Our Lady of the Snows, in memory of a Marian miracle in 352 AD, where it snowed in August, marking the spot to build the basilica. On day 5, following an early morning departure from Rome, we travel north through the Umbrian countryside. We stop at Orvieto for a visit and Mass at the breathtaking cathedral, which is known as the jewel of Italian architecture. Inside the cathedral is the Chapel of the Corporal, which houses the chalice cloth involved in the Eucharistic miracle. Afterwards, we continue to Assisi. Our first stop is in the lower town for a visit to the Basilica of St. Mary of the Angels and the Portiuncula, Francis's Church of the Little Portion. On the morning of day 6, we begin with a short walk to the Basilica of St. Francesco for Mass. After our visit to the Basilica and the tomb of St. Francis, we begin our walking tour of the village with a visit to the Church of St. Clare, the little plant of Blessed Francis, as she loved to call herself. We view the San Damiano crucifix that spoke to St. Francis. This afternoon, our taxis take us up to the Hermitage of the Carceri, where Francis and his friars retreated from the world to pray and fast. Here the grotto of St. Francis can also be seen. On day 7, we drive east towards Ancona and celebrate Mass at Loreto, the site of the Santa Casa, or Holy House. Ancient tradition tells us that angels carried the house of the Holy Family from Nazareth to Loreto as it was about to be destroyed by Holy Land invaders. After our visit, we continue southward via the coastal highway to the Monte Silvano Pescara area for dinner and overnight at our hotel on the shores of the Adriatic Sea. On the morning of day 8, we visit and pray at Lanciano, the site of the oldest Eucharistic miracle certified by the Church. After almost 8 centuries, the body and the blood still maintain all the characteristics of fresh human material. We continue south to San Giovanni Rotondo, where we celebrate Mass at the tomb of St. Padre Pio and visit the sanctuary. On the morning of day 9, we depart for Subiaco. It was here that St. Benedict and his sister Scholastica retired at the end of the 5th century and built 5 little monasteries. We visit the monastery of St. Benedict, which dates from the 13th and 14th centuries. We also visit the sacred cave where Benedict lived as a hermit for 3 years. The staircase holds the earliest portrait of St. Francis without his halo or stigmata. On day 10, we transfer to the airport for our return flight home, filled with memories sure to last a lifetime. We hope you enjoyed this video overview of our popular Catholic Italy pilgrimage. We trust it showcased the spiritual and cultural beauty of this pilgrimage and the comfortable pace each day follows. Please feel free to contact Unitours with any questions you may have regarding planning or joining an Italy pilgrimage today. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. God bless you in your travels.